Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cozy Chair. Today I was thinking about this great family that lives in Texas. And every time I read this book, I think about that family. So today I am going to be reading a book for Cameron all the way in Texas. Hello Cameron! I hope you like this book. Today we're going to read Tornado Slim and the Magic Cowboy Hat. I found this book one day when I went to the library with my kids. And I kept going back for it and back for it, so I finally bought it, and it is one of my favorite books. This book is by Brian Langdo, and I hope that you enjoy it. This here is the story of Tornado Slim. It starts one fine day as Slim roused himself from an afternoon snooze. He had no idea what he was in for. "Afternoon, partner," said a coyote. "Afternoon," Slim said warily. "Say, think you could do me a favor?" asked the coyote. "I've got this letter here for the sheriff of Fire Gulch City. I'd deliver it myself, but it's my wedding day. If I'm late, my fiancé will be right sore with me. What do you say?" "Well," Slim stammered, Okay, interrupted the coyote. "You drive a pretty hard bargain. I admire that. Let's say I sweeten the deal a bit and give you this here hat." "It sure is a fine-looking hat," said Slim, "but The coyote quickly pushed the letter and the hat into Slim's hands. "I sure do appreciate it, partner. Now use that hat careful, you hear?" Before Slim could say another word, the coyote was off. Seeing as he had nothing better to do, he decided to deliver the letter. When he finally staggered into a small town, hours later, his feet felt ready to fall off. "Think I'll relax with an ice cold sarsaparilla," he thought. Then Slim noticed all the commotion. Folks were scrambling about and shouting, "Better hightail it out of here, stranger, the dam's about to burst." Slim took off his hat and scratched his head. Then he saw it. Of all the rotten luck! Water was bursting through the broken dam, and Slim was right in its path. "Oh boy," he muttered. Slim closed his eyes and gritted his teeth. But after a moment, he realized he's still standing. Not only that, he was bone dry. Slowly he opened his eyes. The water was flowing right into the hat. That's a pretty special hat, don't you think? Slim heard cheering. "Way to go, partner! You done saved our town!" The townsfolk cooked up a feast of smoked ribs, corn on the cob, plenty of baked beans, 5-alarm chili, and a great big barrel of sarsaparilla. Slim could have stayed forever eating free food and enjoying all that attention, but then he remembered the letter in his pocket. He set off again for Fire Gulch City. By the time he reached the next town, Slim's legs felt ready to come loose. "Whew, boy," he thought, entering a saloon. "Sure could go for a nice cold sarsaparilla." But before he could bless the barstool with his behind, he heard a shout. "Twister!" Everybody began to panic, everybody except Slim. He had the hat. "Back in a moment, folks," he said, sauntering outside. Folks shouted, "What in the blazes are you doing, stranger? You'll be blown clear to Missouri." Slim walked straight toward the tornado until, whoosh! He spun round and round something awful, faster and higher each time. Dizzier than he'd ever been in his whole life, Slim grabbed the hat off his head. Shoo! The tornado swirled right into it. Now on solid ground, Slim put the hat back on. Folks cheers, "You saved our town! That fella done took on a tornado." Another barbecue was prepared. There were smoked ribs, corn on the cob, plenty of baked beans, 6-alarm chili this time, and a great big barrel of, you guessed it, sarsaparilla. Slim didn't stay too long, though. He had to get to Fire Gulch City. The coyote was counting on him. See them having that barbecue? Looks like pretty good food. By the time Slim reached the next town, his whole body felt ready to crumble. But once again, the ice-cold sarsaparilla would have to wait, because "The meeting hall's on fire!" someone shouted. "Hot dang! Everywhere I go there's some kind of disaster," thought Slim, as he ran toward the burning building. He held out the hat. This time, all the water from the dam gushed out until the fire was nothing but a few wisps of smoke. Can you see that over there? Slim could hear the familiar sounds of folks cheering. Shh! He put out that fire. Then there was a scream. It's Smelly Jim! While everyone was distracted by the fire, Smelly Jim, and his band of outlaws had robbed the bank. They were headed for their getaway wagon. Halt! Shouted Slim. Halt means stop. He had nearly caught up to the bandits when a gust of wind blew the hat off his head. The hat did a twirl through the air and landed right at Smelly Jim's feet. Thanks, partner, laughed Smelly Jim. As he lowered the hat onto his head, the hat began to tremble. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Slim warned him. Before you could say sarsaparilla, the tornado shot out. Smelly Jim and his band of outlaws were whisked into the air, round and round something awful. Round and round they went. Their cries could barely be heard over the roar of the wind. I'm gonna be sick! I want my mommy! Isn't that so funny? Then the hat flew out of Smelly Jim's hand and headed right for Slim. As soon as Slim caught it, the tornado swirled back into it. The street was quiet. Smelly Jim lay face down in the water trough. Sprawled out around him was his band of outlaws. The townsfolk cheered as Slim led the bank robbers to jail. Nicely done, partner. You showed 'em. The mayor approached Slim. How'd you like to be the sheriff of our fine town? He asked. Me? Sheriff? Asked Slim. Sir, I'd be honored. Then you got yourself a job, said the mayor. Now let's get that barbecue pit fired up, folks. Bart, how about a batch of that 7-alarm chili of yours? We've got some celebrating to do. There's just one thing, Slim said. I have to go to Fire Gulch City first. The mayor gave Slim a funny look. Shoot, son. This is Fire Gulch City, he boomed. Are you kidding me? Said Slim. I've got a letter here for the sheriff. Well then, said the mayor, I reckon that there letter's for you, 'cause you're the only sheriff we got. Last one left to get married. Oh, how do you like that? Thought Slim. That coyote ran me ragged, and for what? To deliver a letter to myself. See this on the Fire Gulch City jail. See, he was in Fire Gulch City that whole time. Can you believe that? Slim opened the letter. Should we read this letter? Dear Sheriff Slim, I know. You're thinking you could have just opened the letter right when I gave it to you. Save yourself the trip. But it wouldn't have worked. You needed all that traveling and adventuring to get you where you are, just like I did when I first became sheriff. So congrats on the new job and take good care of that hat. It's been worn by sheriffs for a long while. I'll stop in and visit next time I'm in town. I've got some great wedding pictures to show you. Yours truly, the Coyote. Isn't that such a fun book? I hope that you liked listening to that book. I think it's a really fun book to read because I think that hat is pretty neat. I kind of wish I had a hat like that. Anyway, thanks for coming to the channel.